Today, we're diving into Phu Quoc, which is Vietnam's largest island. Now, on the surface, it's sold as this picture-perfect tropical paradise. But, as we're about to find out, it's also an island of some really fascinating and honestly pretty bizarre contradictions.
So what's the real story with Vietnam's most popular island? Is it actually the hidden gem that you read about everywhere online? Or is there something else going on just under the surface? That's the big question we're going to unpack.
Okay, first up, let's talk about the dream. You know, the version of Phu Quoc you see on all the posters. It's a perfect picture, right? We're talking swaying palm trees, unbelievably white sand, and these world-class attractions that almost seem too good to be true.
And a perfect example of this massive ambition is the cable car. I mean, this isn't just any cable car. It holds a Guinness World Record for being the longest one in the world that goes over water. It stretches for nearly 8 kilometers. You just glide over the ocean for about 15 minutes to get to this whole other island that's just packed with entertainment. It's pretty incredible.
I mean, just look at this checklist. It really has everything. You've got Vin Wonders, which is Vietnam's biggest theme park, and then there's Vin Pearl Safari, a huge open-range zoo. Of course, you have those legendary beaches like Sao and Kem with that powder white sand. Throw in amazing snorkeling and luxury resorts for less than $50 a night, and well, on paper, you've got the absolute perfect holiday destination.
But this is where the story takes a sharp turn. Because once visitors actually get to the island's newest, most spectacular developments, they find something completely unexpected. That whole postcard promise starts to feel, well, a little strange.
This quote from someone who just visited, it just captures the feeling perfectly. Imagine this. You're walking through these gorgeous, pristine streets inspired by the Mediterranean, with huge statues and beautiful fountains, but there's nobody there. It's this really eerie, almost Twilight Zone kind of feeling.
And here is where it gets really weird. In places like this sunset town, you're expecting these lively European streets. But what you get is a totally empty movie set. Instead of the sounds of bustling cafes, there's just this peaceful, almost creepy music being piped onto deserted streets. And the most bizarre part? Travelers estimate that somewhere between 85 to 90% of the buildings are just empty shells. Basically just facades waiting for a life that hasn't shown up yet.
So where is the real Phu Quoc? Does it even exist? Oh yeah, absolutely. You just have to know where to look. And the secret is to get away from these manicured ghost towns and head towards the island's true beating heart.
Okay, this slide breaks it down perfectly. The south, where you have places like Sunset Town, is sterile and quiet. It's great for an Instagram photo shoot, but it's totally lacking soul. But if you head to Dong Dong, the main town in the center of the island, you find the complete opposite. We're talking bustling, chaotic streets, incredible local food at the night market, and a genuine, vibrant culture. This is the authentic Vietnam experience people are looking for.
And this brings us to the key takeaway, the big pro tip for anyone planning a trip. Don't make the mistake of staying in those beautiful but empty developments. The advice from people who've actually been there is crystal clear. Set up your base in Dung Dong to soak in the real culture, and then just take day trips to see the cable car, the theme parks, and all those southern beaches.
All right, now for everyone watching from India, let's get practical. How do you actually get there, and what do you need to know to make your journey as smooth as possible?
So as you can see here, while there aren't any direct flights from India to Phu Quoc just yet, the island is actually very well connected through cities like Ho Chi Minh or Hanoi. From major hubs like Delhi, Mumbai, and Bangalore, you're looking at a total travel time of about 8 to 16 hours, which really just depend on your layover. And with so many flights per week, it's actually pretty easy to get there.
Okay, here are 4 really crucial tips for a smooth trip. First things first, as an Indian passport holder, you will need an e-visa, so make sure you apply on the official portal at least a week before you go. For better flight prices, joining an airline loyalty program is always a good move. Now, when it comes to currency, whatever you do, avoid the airport counters. Always exchange your rupees for dong at the local banks in town. You'll get way better rates. And finally, for those long flights, trust me on this. Pre-booking a seat with extra legroom is absolutely worth it.
So, we come all the way back to our original question. What exactly is Phu Quoc? Well, the answer seems to be, it's all 3. It's a natural paradise, no doubt, with some of the most stunning beaches you'll ever see. It's also a paradox, with these massive empty towns built for tourists who, well, aren't there yet. And finally, it's a park, a giant playground with some of the biggest theme parks in the country.
It's an island caught in the middle of a massive transformation, and its true identity? Well, that's something you can really only decide for yourself by going to see it.